Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 119. In this episode, we're going to finish looking at Doctor Who Magazine issue 597 and all the 60th anniversary announcements. So this episode, the article we're going to go over, is to do with Tales of the TARDIS, which if you're in the UK, is you can watch on BBC iPlayer, which is like 6 classic Doctor Who stories truncated into one episodes, and there's some new scenes at the beginning and the end. And this interview is titled A Taster Before the Feast, so let's have a read. Before Doctor Who Magazine's in-depth coverage of the newly announced Tales of the TARDIS kicks off next issue, so we're obviously going to have a deeper look at Tales of the TARDIS in a couple of weeks' time. Jason Quinn gives us a tasty little appetizer just to keep you going. Most of you will already be binge watching your favourite Doctor Who stories following the release of the back catalogue BBC iPlayer earlier this month, and all of you will be celebrating at the plethora of extras on offer. Most notably the surprise edition of Tales of the TARDIS. Some of not most you will already have watched all 6 stories that have been given brand spanking new, fully scripted additional content. Those you who don't have a clue what I'm blathering on about, have no fear, all is about to be made clear as water, and if it makes you feel any better, I was no wiser than you just a few minutes ago. That's just how fast things move in the universe these days. Over the next few issues of Doctor Who Magazine, we'll bring you in-depth coverage of all the scenes made for Tales of the TARDIS, but in the meantime, give you a quick rundown of the actual episodes and material highlights before you sit down to watch them all. So what 6 stories, what new drama will you just quickly chase and tell us what you mean? Yeah, here you are. I'm just building up that mouth-watering sense of anticipation. Right, let's get down to it. First off, we've got the Time Meddler, which was broadcast in 1965, a classic historic romp that takes the first Doctor, Vicky and Stephen Taylor, back to 1066, where they have to stop a mysterious time traveller known as the Monk from altering the course of history. Lovers of William Hartnell's first Doctor, it's a great story in its own right, but now it's even better. New Tales of the TARDIS content is produced by Scott Hancock, the man who puzzled funded by coining the acronym TOTT a few months back, and directed by Joshua Thomas. It takes us back to TARDIS and stars Maureen O'Brien as Vicky and Peter Davis as Stephen, both reprised their old roles almost 60 years later. Talk about extras, this is extra. Next off, Tales of the TARDIS has given us 2 of my all-time favourites, with Wendy Padbury and Fraser Hines proving that they still got it as they bring their old characters of Zoe and Jamie back to the screen with all new content to make your enjoyment of the Mind Robber, which was released in 1968. Even greater. My earliest memories of Doctor Who are of Patrick Champion's second Doctor, Fraser's Jamie and Wendy Padbury as my first crush. So, this tale sees the TARDIS crew in a land of fiction as they try to start an enterprising alien race from transporting everyone on Earth to this strange dimension, leaving the planet ripe for colonisation. The third story to receive the top TOTT treatment is 1972 to 1973's 10th anniversary showcase of 3 Doctors, featuring John Pertwee as the 3rd Doctor, Patrick Charlton as the 2nd Doctor, and William Hartnell as the 1st Doctor. Bringing new seeds star Katie Manning returning as Jo Grant, and David Anthony is back as Clyde Langer from the much missed Sarah Jane Adventures. The 3 Doctors was the first multi-Doctor story and also marks the end of the 3rd Doctor set sail on Earth. Those of you who haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, go and watch now. Those of you who saw it first of all, let's remember the excitement we felt when we first saw the incredible Radio Times cover that asked the question, which Doctor is who? The 4th adventure to get this full-on treatment is Earthshock, broadcast in 1982. It's got Peter Davison's Fifth Doctor. It's got side notes, got Adric, Nyssa and Tegan. I remember rewatching this in the 1990s with my young son Billy. He was left inconsolable thanks to tragic against the Chokes fan. Don't worry anyone who hasn't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. This is the perfect moment to watch it because you will be treated to the return of Peter Davison as the Fifth Doctor and Janet Fielding as Tegan with a curtain raiser and a curtain call that leaves you stuck. We jump forward to 1985 and then it's on Dallas for our fifth Chelsea TARDIS battle. This time Colin Baker and Nicola Bright make a welcome return to TARDIS as the Sixth Doctor and Poe, as they introduce a tale that originally saw them visit a dystopian world where torture and executions are considered public entertainment. It's not a pleasant place to visit, but it's a cracking story. It also stars Nablus Arnesil, one of the last year's most entertaining villains you could ever hope to meet. Last but not least, we have The Curse of Eros, which was broadcast in 1989. This story sees Sylvester McCoy's Seventh Doctor and Sophie Aldridge's Ace travel back to World War II naval base in Mablesbrook, where they encounter an army of vampires herbivores, to give them a proper name. But it looks, but if it looks like a duck in quite simple, well, you know what I mean. And no, don't worry, the herbivores don't look remotely look like. Although they are really foul, it's a real chiller, and I love it. And of course, Sylvester returning as Seven and Sophie making comeback as Ace is worth the price of admission now. And even better, there was no price of admission to What's Not Stuff. It will also be released today that Doctor Who magazine Benton was on set for the shooting of all these great tales. He's conducted some critical interviews with all six fans. Fans you'll have to wait to see them. But they are coming over the next few issues, so make sure to stay tuned as we bring you the on-screen lowdown from Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Aldrin, Colin Baker, Nicola Bright, Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Katie Manning, Daniel Anthony, Fraser Hines, Wendy Bradley, Lauren O'Brien and Peter Curtis. Incidentally, he was also my favourite repeat presenter. We'll also be talking to Scott Hancock and Joseph Thomas about how this all came to pass, so make sure you don't miss a single issue ever. So yeah, as I said, that's the last interview, so I just want to go over what we can expect in the next issue. So at the back of most of the magazines there's a what's the issue, and it's titled Shooting at What is the Doctor. So there's going to be some giant posters, there's going to be a Starbreeze supplement, and there's going to be, so it's Christmas, news, reviews, competitions and so much more. Doctor Who magazine issue 598 will be available at W.H. Smith, New Agents and comic shops from the 7th of December for $10.99. And you can get free delivery by subscribing at paninisubscriptions.co.uk/Doctor Who. And you can also get any past issues at panini.co.uk. But yes, that's it for the Doctor Who magazine news, which is actually a relief because I think it's quite a few. I wasn't expecting to be as many videos as this. So obviously, when this is coming out, I think it's about the 20th of November, so only a couple of days away from the Starbreeze releasing a big broadcast. So let me know what you thought of the preview of Tales of the TARDIS, and also remember you can like and subscribe, and that's it for the Everything Podcast Season 2 episode 119. Goodbye.